I'll give you a few minutes because we did not announce, didn't intend to come on today, but just got to thinking about all you that could be out, be at home and not having family and to spend Christmas with, and also the weather might prevent you from getting out. And so for one reason or another, Linda and I got to talking about that there may be some shut-ins for the next few days, and we didn't want you to feel unloved. We love you. We appreciate you watching us and following us and all your love and support. And so I just thought I'd get on here and say Merry Christmas. And I woke up this morning thinking about what we did when we were growing up. We always said the first person who said on Christmas Eve morning, said Christmas Eve gift, you got a gift. And we all tried to beat one another of being the first one to say that. And I thought about that. And then one of my cousins texted me and she said, Christmas Eve gift. And then LOL, you know. Us, all of us cousins, we remember those days. You know, that was a lot of good memories. And then one of my other cousins called me, and I said, what a surprise. And he said, well, that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted to be a surprise. And then I think he called Linda too. But anyway, and he's having surgery Thursday, so he was having Christmas at his wife's house. And so he said, I just thought I'd make some calls and surprise people. And that's the first thing he said was Christmas Eve gift. And I said, oh, Randy, if you was live close, I would be so happy to give you a Christmas Eve gift. You know, it could be just a piece of candy or something, you know. Excuse me. When we was growing up, we had an uncle. Actually, he was our great uncle. It was Uncle Fred. He lived just, I don't know, 3 houses down from us, but it was a store. He had a little community store. And he always on Christmas Eve, he always expected us kids to come down there and say Christmas Eve gift, and he would give us a piece of candy. Now, Uncle Fred, it was actually Pinky Mall's brother. So he was our great uncle. But he wasn't a mean man, but I was always kind of afraid of him because he's kind of a deep voice, you know, and I never really, you know, I didn't ever cross his wires because I know when the kids were coming in the store, he was real strict about kids not being ganged up in the store. Even back then, he was that way. So all the kids go down and they say Christmas Eve gift, and he would give us a piece of candy. Well, I remember one time I went down there to get something. I didn't want to say Christmas Eve gift because I knew he was going to give me a piece of candy, and I felt like that I was asking for a piece of candy, so I didn't want to say it. And so I paid for what I got, and he said, don't you have something to say to me? And I said, Christmas Eve gift? Like that. And he said, that's what I was wanting to hear. And he reached in the cabinet. You know, back then they had these glass counters and a showcase, and that's where the candy was. It wasn't out on the front on the shelves for you to pick. It was behind this glass counter. And he would reach under the counter and give you a piece of candy. So, excuse me. let me wash my hands. I have been out in this weather off and on all day. It's actually nice. It's kind of nice out there now. What time is it? It's 50. It says it's 50 outside, which is nice. But when the sun goes down, it's going to get cold again. When the first morning that it got cold here, it got down to 9, which is very cold for us. Matter of fact, my hot water froze. I think it's thawed out now. But I have been boiling water to wash my dishes in. So I haven't done a lot of cooking because of it either. I have done some. I made this chocolate pie. Y'all know this is little Linda's favorite pie. And I'm going over to her house. I got to be there at 5 o'clock. So I made her a chocolate pie. I made my ex-son-in-law a pecan pie. He loved pecan pies, and you know, him and my daughter was married for 10 years. So anyway, I knew he liked pecan pies. So I carried him a pecan pie, and he was very happy and surprised. But I made little Linda a chocolate pie. And I'm not that crazy about chocolate, but she loves chocolate. So, and then the grandkids, they like the Mississippi mud. Now, mind you, what I'm showing you here is only, I think I have about 4 times this much. This doesn't have pecans on it. This is a Mississippi mud because the boys don't like pecans. So this, and it doesn't have coconut in it. So this is what I'm taking the boys tonight. This Mississippi mud that doesn't have pecans or coconut in it. Now this, I left this out for me. I have 2 large containers of this Mississippi mud. This is, you see it's got marshmallows in it. A layer of marshmallows. And it has pecans and coconut in it. I left this out here for me. Honestly, I have to be very careful about eating those pecans too. Because my diverticulosis. So anyway, but I do have these out. I will tell you, when you make this Mississippi mud, I have the Rubbermaid containers. I always keep them in a tight container sealed because you don't want them to dry out. These right here have been laying out now for a couple of hours, and I'm going to have to put them back in a container because they do dry out. So anytime you're making Mississippi mud, you really need to keep them in an airtight container. I made a sheet a big long sheet full of them, and I should have took a picture of it. It was pretty. It was full and running over the top with all the marshmallows, and then I made a chocolate fudge to go on top. Now that recipe is online. Mississippi mud is on our members page, and my grandson loves snickerdoodles. And I made 6 dozen snickerdoodles, and I carried them some yesterday too. But I'm going to take these over to Linda's house. And then I have some left for our Christmas next Saturday. It's not going to hurt to cook these ahead of time. Neither one of these, Mississippi mud or the snickerdoodles, because I'm keeping them in an airtight container, and they'll be just as fine next Saturday. They'll keep fine. Now my pies, my cream pies, my coconut and chocolate pies, I won't be making them until Wednesday of next week. And but anyway, that's what I've been doing. This morning I got up and I left the house. I don't know what time it was, probably about 7:30, 7:45. I've already got all my Christmas shopping done, but I went and picked up some smoked turkeys, and there's always some kids that I wonder whether or not that they're going to have Christmas. I'm pretty sure that they are, but I got to thinking about it, so I picked up them a little gift. They have quite a few kids, so I tried to pick up them a little bit. Anyway, I was just goofing away time because I wasn't going to cook today, other than I did make the chocolate pie today, but I made these Mississippi mud and the snickerdoodles yesterday. So I guess I was just enjoying the day and thinking about Christmas Eve gift and all. So I was just trying to make a relaxing day, even though I have not rested any today, but I will tonight. I was excited about going to Linda's tonight and seeing the boys open their gifts. I'm actually giving my 2 grandsons. They're the youngest of my grandchildren. I have 4 granddaughters and 2 grandsons, and they're so far apart. The granddaughters all have children and families of their own, and little Linda, she was my late bloomer. Had her 11 years after Carla. So she had her children, and Linda didn't get married till she was, I don't know, she was 21 or 22, something like that, when she got married. And Carla got married young, 18. So it was quite a bit of difference in the ages of their children. So my grandsons are the youngest grandkids that I have. So, and her being a single parent, I bought them something that they asked for. Anyway, Nathan, he's the oldest, and I didn't ask him what he wanted. Braden, I asked him what he wanted, and he told me. And Linda told me, said, I don't know what Mama's getting us, but I have a pretty good idea because I know what Braden asked for, and what Braden asked for, he gets. That's not necessarily true. Those kids are not, they're spoiled, but they're not brats. They don't expect anything. And I guess that's what makes you want to buy more for them, because they don't really expect, they would be just as happy with anything you got them. And so that makes you want to get them more. And so I just, I'm going to give them their, some of their gifts tonight. Some of them I'll give to them next Saturday with all the kids. But, anyway, I'm excited about it. Little Linda, I know this is Christmas Eve, but we always have dressing and turkey and ham and things like that for Christmas, and we'll have that next week. But today, Linda has made her delicious taco soup, and she's made some garlic bread, and I forgot what else she said she made. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that taco soup because she does make a good taco soup. And then I'm bringing some chocolate pie and some desserts and some candy. So, and you know, used to when we were children, we always got fruits and nuts and candy in a stocking. We just always did because that was just part of our Christmas. And it would be in our shoe. Our shoes, we always placed our shoes in front of the couch or wherever we wanted Santa or our parents to drop our Christmas presents off at night. We would put our pair of shoes, and that's what we would get, an apple and orange and some nuts and some wrapped candy or whatever. Well, I made Nathan and Braden a little bag. It's just a Santa bag. It's not a stocking. I have plenty of stockings. I don't know if it's the older I get, it's so much trouble to get all that stuff out. I did not get all of my Christmas things out where I have my stockings and my hats and things like that. So I just made them a little bag. I got them at the Dollar Tree. They're $1 for 5 or 6 little plastic bags and Santa Claus on the front. So I filled it up with fruit and nuts and candy, and so I'm taking them that. I know they're teenagers, but you know, it doesn't make a difference. We all got a little bit of kid in us. I even made my little Linda one. So, and Chuck, he's kind of under the weather a little bit. He's dealing with kidney stones. He's had them before and been in the hospital with them, but he's dealing with it, and he just does not want to go to the hospital. But he's just not able to get out and do much because he's not in as much severe pain today. Yesterday and today, he had better days. He hasn't hurt so much. I think the one kidney stone passed, and then another one, I think it must have moved or something. So he's not hurting as bad today. But you can say a little prayer for him that it will pass because they are very, very painful. I'm sure some of y'all have experienced that. But I won't keep y'all much longer. I just wanted to say thank you for all of our followers, all y'all wonderful friends. We've got many, many, many thank yous, many Merry Christmases, messages, gifts, cards, and we just appreciate it. Linda and I both appreciate it so very much. We don't know how to express our thanks and gratitude. So all you that are shut-ins and not able to get out today, just count your blessings and try to find, there's usually someone, or at least I would hope so, on Facebook giving you an encouraging word or something that's good entertainment or something, so you won't feel so alone. And if you know someone that is alone and they're not able to have family around them at this time, or someone that's that can't get out because of the weather, give them a call if you can't go see them. Just let them know that you're thinking of them and that you love them. And we will continue to pray for the ones that still needs prayer, and just don't forget to count your blessings. I know there's been a few people, I say a few, there's quite a few people that watches us that has lost a loved one, and they're spending Christmas without that loved one this year. You know, just say a prayer for them. God knows who you are. I can think of several, but I won't call names. But you know, when you go through Christmas without a loved one that you've been used to having, especially if you lost them close to Christmas, it really is hard. I can remember my first Christmas, but you know what? After my husband died, but I'm telling you, you can always find something to give you hope, to live, to keep going. And what kept me going was my children and grandchildren. And so you can find something that you can say, these kids and whether they're children or grandchildren, they need you. So you've got to just keep on living and keep on doing your normal things so that it doesn't affect them so much either, because children they go through those withdrawals too whenever they lose a loved one. So it's always our place as an adult to try to make the best of it and create that path for the ones that's coming up behind us, so they can know how to handle it when they lose a loved one, or when they get grown and face their parent losing their parent or something. So anyway, I'm not on here to preach. I'm going to church tomorrow. We're having church tomorrow. We're only going to have a short service, but we're having church. And our church still does the same thing they have been doing for over 50 years. Our church, they give a stock. It's not a stocking, it's in a Christmas bag. They give fruit, candy, and gum. So they still serving the same tradition that they've done for years and years. Every church, Christmas at our church, every guest, every person, not just guests, every person that attends our church on Christmas, they get the fruit and nuts and gum. It's just a tradition of our church. So I'll be going to church tomorrow, and we starting a little bit later, and just going to be one service, not Sunday school and church. It's just going to be church. We're going to be singing Christmas carols and worshiping the Lord and thanking Him for all His blessings. Linda and I and Carla and little Linda, Chuck and Mike all wishes y'all a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. We will see you again. I think Linda's going to be back on Monday cooking, and then Linda and I will be back on together on Tuesday cooking, and then on Wednesday we'll be cooking, and then we won't be on Thursday, but we'll be on Friday. Our two brothers, Charles and Linnell, and Edward and Debbie, will be here with us in my house on Friday, next Friday, and we're going to do a little video and let y'all watch us sitting around talking as siblings. All four of us, we are so blessed to have all four siblings, and we're all in our late 70s. Except Edward, but still we're Charles and myself, and well, I guess Edward may be 72. Anyway, we're all getting up in age, and God has blessed our family that we're still together. So we're going to be on Friday with all of us siblings talking. I don't know if we'll sing or not, but anyway, we will come on and give y'all a little bit of inside of us when us four gets together, and their siblings, their wives. So love y'all, and don't forget to count your blessings. I'm fixing to head out and load my car. I've just about got it loaded except for the desserts, and I'm going out to Linda's, and I'm going to have a wonderful time. I had planned on going, and I was going to wash my hair and take my shower there tonight, and the hot water came back on, so I'll be glad to do that at my own house tonight. Thank y'all so much. Linda and I, we just get on here and tell y'all everything. Our life is an open book. We are real. We're the same day in and day out. If you meet me on the street, I'm the same as I am on this camera. There's no room for for any deceiving or misrepresenting things. We're just who we are. So I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas, and be careful and stay out of the weather, and don't forget to count your blessings. Bye-bye. See you next week.